My name is Noah Zalungi. I'm a senior research scientist at Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research Institute under the Ocean and Coastal Division Directorate. Through the courtesy of CSIR of South Africa and the Marine Spatial Planning process as funded by Kensford project, this week we've benefited from a training which involves how to create suitability maps that can assist in identifying potential mariculture areas that can benefit fish farmers.
The importance of this training for mariculture, for me, it comes in twofold. Number one, being able to optimize site selection, because Earth observation tools provide us with data about the different ocean conditions. We were able to get data on, for example, sea surface temperature, data on ocean currents, and even chlorophyll levels. So when you marry this data with our criteria, we are able to identify sites that are best for mariculture. So eventually able to get sites with optimal conditions for growing animals that are of importance for mariculture.
They have helped us to know the barriers to access important information that is through Earth observation that have a lot of impact on aquaculture and fisheries management in the country. And I know this information will help us to develop aquaculture suitability maps and platforms and information. We should be able to visualize that information to assist us in fisheries management in terms of location, the siting of aquaculture projects, and of course also to manage fisheries conservation, to locate where fisheries resources are.
It was an eye-opener to be introduced to the Dunia and Digital Earth sandboxes. These cloud-based virtual environments will allow the analysis of Earth observation data independent of locally downloaded software such as ArcGIS and QGIS. This will make the technology of remote sensing highly accessible, especially to upcoming researchers who have limited capacity, whereby by creating a sandbox account, one can log in to the platform and access this service.
As a beginner, I would say initially it was difficult to understand and navigate the complex codes that definitely we had to use for the training. But eventually, I think all of us from time to time, we had that happy moments when we were able to run the codes without an error, and it was quite fascinating and quite encouraging, especially for those who are doing this for the first time.
Kenya has a plan to exploit its blue resources, and it's one of its key agenda in achieving the Vision 2030. And this training that we've undertaken will enable us to position farmers, to position key stakeholders within the coastal area to undertake this alternative livelihood program that can see a reduction of pressure on the world fisheries.
We have also seen the capability of the cloud computing resources that are already existing, for example, in the Dunia portal. And so it will take relatively easy time for us in marine spatial planning process in Kenya to adopt these tools at a relatively shorter time period. As you may be aware that the MSP plan should be produced by March 2025. So in the intervening period, we really appreciate this kind of initiatives that will shorten our time of collecting and analyzing data.
We've had lots of people with different backgrounds in their knowledge about GIS and Earth observation, and the nice thing about having people from different backgrounds and different knowledge levels of these concepts is that you actually end up having some people catching on very quickly, and then they can help teach their fellow students. And yeah, we find the kind of the peer-to-peer learning. If you learn something new about a line of code and showing that to the person sitting next to you, you end up having everybody absorb the information a lot quicker.
I would like to thank Dr. Mary Smith of CSIR South Africa for graciously allowing to go on with this training. And also, I'm grateful to the GMES Africa program through the Makosio project and the ChemSec project through the MSP program, which has given us good support during the training. I would also like to thank the ChemFree management for their support throughout this training, and even for allowing us to carry on the training here in ChemFree. And finally, I would wish to thank all the participants for their support, for being here through the training period, and even for having learned what Mary had to offer.